Your thumbnail is not supposed to look nice. I know how that sounds, but I've personally scored thousands of thumbnails and looking nice was never the job. There are two myths quietly destroying people's thumbnails. First is, oh, the thumbnail should be pretty, like a work of art. It should cram in as much information as possible. Both are wrong. And both are probably costing you views right now. So what's a thumbnail actually for? It's only for one thing: getting clicked on. That's it. Somebody clicks or they never see your video. You spent hours filming, editing, thinking about this crazy nice script. But if people don't really click that thumbnail, you've done all of this for no one. That's why I tell creators, learn thumbnails first. Before the nice smooth transitions, before like the crazy scripts, get good at thumbnails. So give me a few minutes and I'll break down exactly what happens in that half a second when someone decides if they will click your video or not. Because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Let's get into it. So let's first quickly dispel these two myths because they're doing like real damage. And this is probably especially true for people who have very good taste. But the thing is, people don't go on YouTube like in a art gallery. They don't spend time and look. They're just like scrolling past. You get like 0.5 seconds. They don't even see the art. They have to stop scrolling. And yeah, I would say the second myth is probably more common, that people think that the thumbnail should really do a great job of explaining the video, like it's a summary of the video. And again, we're not in elementary school. The thumbnail should get people to want to see the video, not really explain what the video is about. So thumbnail isn't the painting you hang on the wall, hopefully. And it's not like this wall of text that you like stop to read. It's a trigger. And the trigger has one simple role. That role is to get clicked on. That's it. That's the only thing that matters here. Here's how it actually works. YouTube takes your thumbnail and puts it in front of people. That's all you get. A small little rectangle in a sea of rectangles. And that small little rectangle decides if people come and see your videos or not. You could have the best video on the platform. If nobody actually clicks it, it just sits there. Actually makes me wonder how many videos like this there are. Like masterpieces with like 40 views. And this is the part that flips people usually. A mediocre video, like an average one with a great thumbnail, outperforms a great video with a bad thumbnail. Because one of them gets watched and the other just doesn't. The huge channels kind of cheat here because you already know them. So Mr. Beast can slap on some blurry mess and he still probably gets millions of views because people really know him and the standard of his videos. But that's him. You and me, we don't have this huge brand. So we really need to put a ton of work into the thumbnail. So let's actually break down what a click is and the mechanics behind it. A click is really 4 things that happen in half a second. So let's go for like the first one, which is stopping the scroll. Most people are on their phones, look at yourself, and you're just like scrolling and you have to stop that thumb from scrolling. That's the first job. Nothing else matters if you're not stopping someone from scrolling. No crazy video, and even like an intricate crazy thumbnail. If you don't stop the scroll, nothing happens. 2 things that do this. And the first one is color, a color that pops, that has contrast. You want to punch out of the feed instead of blending in with the rest of it. And the second, which is a huge one, is the face. Because a face gets spotted in microseconds before you even process things consciously. A big face with real emotion on it is the best way to get someone's attention. I've seen studies where a faceless thumbnail can get around 6% click-through ratio. And if you add faces, you get up to 9% click-through ratio. So that's a crazy difference. And now you kind of understand why. So the first move is stopping the click, going for the unconscious part of the brain. Then now we can move on to the mind. Okay, you stopped them. Now move 2. The brain has to understand, what is this about? And it has to be able to answer it fast, in like half a second, in a split second, because otherwise if it's like takes too much to process, okay, just keep scrolling. That's why you don't want to put in too much information in the thumbnail. You want to keep it as clean as grasp it in half a second, split second. So what we are doing is we are saving mental effort for the viewer. If you want a good test for this, keep on your phone, put your thumbnail on it and make it small. And then look at it from afar and just like give yourself like half a second to look at it. Can you like quickly spot what the video is about? If not, you have to keep working on it. So now they stopped, they understand what's going on. You would think, okay, that's the click, right? Well, not yet. There's one more thing, and honestly, it's the one most people miss. So move 3 is people have to feel like this video is for them. So the next layer in here is you have to make them think, okay, I will get value from this video, or This will satisfy some curiosity. It should really adjust to the niche you're targeting and really understand your audience to kind of get them, oh, I want to invest my time in this, give them reasons to do so. And this is where you can start having like good titles and title with the thumbnail working together to give people more context. But again, this is only step 3. If you don't get the previous 2 ones, this is not really relevant. Oh, and one more thing, and this one really matters. You want this like whole thing and the promise you're making for them to click, it has to be true. They have to see it in the first like 10, 20 seconds of the video. You cannot mislead them. Otherwise, YouTube sees the behavior and then just buries your video again, and you are back to square one. But get this all right, and the click is basically automatic. And that's the click. 3 moves in half a second. Stop the scroll, make it instantly clear, make them feel it is for them, click. And that's what the thumbnail is for. Not to be pretty, not to like over-explain everything. It just has this one simple job. So now I want you to look at your feed, your videos through all of these lenses. Do you see like when you're like scrolling, does it like stop the scroll? Does it like pop in the feed? Does it really give you like what it's about at a glance? And does it make you feel like compelled to like see what's in this video? And look, doing all of this by hand, I know that's quite complex. And that's exactly actually why I built SnapThumb. You just paste your video link, it reads your whole video and uses these advanced principles and even more to create a thumbnail in 60 seconds, personalized for your niche that gets the click. And you can just try it for free. I'll drop the link below. But whether you try the tool or not, just please start thinking about thumbnails this way. And that's how you filter them for you to get more clicks, more views.